Hi, this is Dan here. I hope you're doing really well today. In this bass lesson, I'm going to show you how you can make 6 bass tones, different styles. Now, here we go. We'll start off with rock. So, 2 for 1 here. I'm going to show you fingers and a plectrum. You've got your bridge here. You've got the end of the fretboard here. And just in the middle of those 2 areas, there's a good area there, a good position to put your fingers in and play there. John Entwistle used to do this, and also Geddy Lee does this a lot, where you're playing a little bit more aggressively. I'm perhaps coming up from a bit of a greater distance. Usually I would preach economy of motion. Now that's a good technique. That's a nice simple technique. But with rock, I want a little bit more of the string to be hitting against the frets. If you were here, a bit too weak. Not too bad. In the middle, it's really good. I'm not digging in too much, although I am a bit more than there, but I don't want to tire myself out or get, or have problems with stamina. So that's a good way of doing it. Let's get a plectrum. Compare that. Now I know there's a plectrum versus fingers debate all the time. To me, this is a tool, and it just provides a different tone and a different sound. And I think if you play with your fingers, I definitely think you should at least get a plectrum and know how to use it. It's just a very good way of getting a rock tone very quickly. Let's keep hold of the plectrum and do pick plus palm mute. Great for sort of 70s bass lines. So I've got my plectrum between the thumb and the first finger, and this fat side of the palm here, I'm just touching very gently against the strings, not too much that you don't get a note, but it just affects the sustain enough to give you this wonderful sound. I'm just playing a root octave flat 7 5. Brilliant pattern to practice this with. Now, next, if you don't want to palm mute, you can use a piece of foam. This has got 2 different materials on either side. You can just cut up a sponge. People get really geeky with this. They use different materials and they cut it to size so that you can just place it under the bridge, put it right up against there, and you don't have to put your palm there now. So that's the foam side of this particular mute. Let's go to the sponge side. It's subtle, but there is a difference. And of course you can get your plectrum with that as well. I think I prefer the foam side for if I ever used a plectrum. Like I say, you've got Nordy mutes, you've got different brands out there who've got offerings, or you can just make your own, but that's a great way to get a really cool tone for old school, for hip hop, for Motown. For funk playing, rather than be here for rock, it's really good to play closer to the bridge. If you've got a back pickup, you can perhaps emphasize it a little more. If you don't, it's still going to give you a funky sound. Now that tight percussive sound is coming from just plucking there instead of... Now that feels a bit weird to me. There's more of the tension of the string there. Here it feels different and it just feels right. Now we used a mute before and we used palm plus pick. You can also use palm plus fleshy part of thumb, and that simulates the sound of an upright bass. Also, you can use it in country music. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you want any more tone tips, check out this video right here. Thanks for watching. See you next time.